All right, this video is entitled Why Dr. Dow is Worse than Elizabeth Wettlauffer, Robert Pickton, Derek Saretsky, and Justin Bork, and Alexandre Bissonnette, and more. And more combined. All right, so this is going to be a very difficult video, and if we remember these terrible guys here, we're going to talk about these very briefly. So Wettlauffer was a nurse, and she killed a whole bunch of death. She killed elderly patients by injecting them with lethal doses of insulin. She it was she's in the prison right now. She was a nurse and she was caring for these elderly people, but at night all of a sudden they would die. If you're not aware of Wettlauffer's case, it's anyway she's in the prison where she belongs in the federal penitentiary. So compared to Dr. Dow, Dr. Dow has ended the lives of countless of unborn children with legal protection, right? So both held in protection of trust. Only Wettlauffer was prosecuted, right? She is prosecuted. She's where she belongs in the prison. So Pickton, and you've got to compare Dr. Dow with Robert Pickton. You have to because these are mass murderers, right? Serial killers, right? Serial killers. He killed 49. He was saying I should have killed one more to make it an even 50 and all that stuff. So Pickton's crimes were gruesome and hidden, right? But society recognizes him as a monster. But Dr. Dow's actions are just as deadly, if not even more so. And she is celebrated rather than condemned. It's truly mind-blowing. Um, Derek Saretsky, an absolute monster. This guy, I don't even want to mention his name anymore, but this is a wicked, uh, 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 the guy ate the 2-year-old girl's heart, man. It's so awful. And my daughter, I mean, I can't even imagine what happened. And the father was killed as well, and an elderly woman. This guy got 75 years of parole ineligibility in addition to a life sentence, but it was determined that the sentences had to they could not be ran. They could not be ran consecutively. They had to be run concurrent and all this stuff. So it's a 25-year parole ineligibility, same as Justin Bork. However, the parole board is expected to reject these applications. All right. So killed 3 police officers. If you remember, Justin Bork killed 3 police officers while they were working, and he was sentenced to life with no parole ineligibility for 75 years, but that was actually overturned, and it's life imprisonment with no parole ineligibility for 25 years. It was deemed cruel and unusual to incarcerate somebody for in excess of 25 years of parole ineligibility. More information on that, but you can look at the Justin Brooks sentence if you're interested. Anyway, it's not really important. What's important is to is a domestic terrorist, right? Justin Bork is rightly viewed as a domestic terrorist. His body count, if you will, is a fraction of the lives lost to Dr. Dow's prescriptions. While Bork was taken down by law enforcement, Dr. Dow continues to operate under full legal protection. Right, it's really ironic because she has a RCMP officer as a brother. A brother, right? Her brother is a RCMP officer. Should have taken her down, but he did not do that, right? So the Alexandre Bissonnette case, he shot 6 people. He hates Muslims and all this stuff. Whatever. There's lots of debate there, but and that was the case that led to the Supreme Court of Canada case where it overturned the 75-year parole ineligibility issue. Well, it's not really important to this video. So why Dr. Dow is worse than all of them combined, right? The higher body count. No serial killer in Canadian history has taken as many lives as Dr. Dow has facilitated through her prescriptions, right? It's not just her. I mean, this opens the gates to who else prescribed these kinds of birth control, hormonal birth controls, abortifacients, pills. It's sanctioned by society. Unlike these criminals, Dr. Dow's actions are not just tolerated but encouraged and legally protected, right? Betrayal of trust, right? People trusted Wettlauffer, but nurses do not take an oath to do no harm like doctors do. Dr. Dow is violating the core principle of medical ethics. Dehumanization of victims. Even the worst serial killers acknowledged their victims as people. Dr. Dow's entire defense relies on pretending her victims never existed. These are small boys or small girls. These are not just a clump of cells. This is no, I don't think anybody that has any kind of basic education in embryology will argue that this is a clump of cells. This is a nonsense feminist tactic to justify the killing of their own children. I mean, I don't even think these feminists believe that, anyways. But this is dehumanization of the victims. These are small boys and small girls, right? This is not any different. There's no difference at all. A financial incentive. None of these killers ever made a career out of their crimes. Dr. Dow profits quite a lot from the deaths of her victims. Right? So she's making a pile of money, and it's a nice big brick house. The house is exceedingly luxurious, right? It's it just not really necessary. You don't need to have that much luxury, that much of a luxurious house. There's no need of it. It's just agreed at this point anyway. But it's murder. It's murder, for sure. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video.